Okay, so with the machine shoulder press, we've a couple of things that we need to set up on this one before we go into the actual movement itself. So if we want to find the position to set the bar, you can have a look at the video on the site of how to find your active range in your pressing movements. So what we're going to look for is the lowest position that we can come in this movement without your shoulder rounding forward in this actual movement itself. So when we set up into the machine, once we found that point, we are going to get the shoulders set down a little bit down the back pad. The hips are going to be into the seat and into the back pad. The feet are flat on the floor underneath the knees. And then from here, we're going to imagine that we're using these handles. Instead of thinking about pressing them up over the head, imagine that we're using these handles to push yourself down into the seat even harder than you're already sitting there initially. And that's going to stop those shoulders rounding forward. So if Zach just goes through this movement, pressing up over the head, and then keeps that shoulder position all the way through, nice and smooth down to the bottom, doesn't let the weight rack at the bottom, and comes back up. So we're just above where that weight would rack, nice and controlled, keeping the hips in line, nothing is moving in the lower body, staying nice and stable all the way through. And one more.